largest in the state. The size of the school once was a source of pride for that growing community, but in some corners it has become somewhat of a burden. Bill Wixie is live in Port Orchard this morning. Bill, good morning.
Well, good morning to you. You know, as communities in our region continue to grow, school overcrowding is a serious issue. And here on the peninsula, it has become a source of frustration for some parents, and it's actually damaged the morale of the community in some ways. But a couple of former students from here at South Kitsap High School have launched a campaign to turn that around. Port Orchard is growing. Just how much is evident at South Kitsap High School. There just isn't room to grow anymore. And lots of people say it's time for a second high school here. Lots of people, but not enough.
We weren't passing school bonds, and the energy level is getting kind of down.
The latest defeat, a proposed $184 million bond to build a second high school, failed to get the required 60% of the vote last November.
When I went to South Kitsap High School, people asked what school you went to, and we actually had our held up high and said, South Kitsap, we're the largest school in the state. Now people are saying, with their head down.
Frustrated by the lack of progress, some families have moved their kids out of the district for high school.
We're down a little bit than what we've been in the past, and that's one of our goals, I think, is, you know, education has changed, and no longer is it just a given that you'll go to your neighborhood school. There's a lot of choices out there.
Well, why don't we embrace the one high school that we have?
Shortly after the November election, Eric and Kimberly launched a social media campaign encouraging neighbors to fly their maroon and gold wolf flags proudly around town. And a movement was born.
So our goal is to get as many businesses to support the youth and the students in our area, and homeowners as well. And so it's going pretty strong.
That's so cool. And you've sold how many?
400. It's a pretty good team effort.
We also have a Facebook page that we started. It's Show Your Wolf Flag. And there's lots of pictures of the flag.
Hanging up in the businesses,
all over, yes.
Yeah, people's homes. People have taken them on vacations. We've had service members flying them in Afghanistan, Qatar. People have taken them to Italy, Germany, all over the place.
That's rad.
So yeah, it's been pretty neat.
Very cool.
Go South Kitsap!
There you go. That's the pride we're talking about right there. And especially on game days like today, this is when everybody pulls out their wolf flag and flies it proudly. And you'll see them all over town today as the students file in here for another day of school. Well, tonight, this is a big night here at South Kitsap High School. This field will be rededicated to legendary head coach Ed Fisher in hopes of turning that football program around. Just one small step in that process. This is a football team that hasn't won a game in 3 years.